Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is Danielle, and this is the second time that I'm filming this video. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I was debating whether or not I wanted to drop, refilm, finish a video that I wasn't particularly liking, and so we are refilming it, of course. And what we're going to be doing is looking at some very old figures that I got with the help of today's sponsor, Buy. So Buy is a proxy service. It lets you buy off of Japanese online marketplaces like Amazon Japan, Yahoo Japan Auctions, and Mercari. I was able to get these on Mercari, which, as I understand it, is like a Japanese eBay. And what Buy did for me was they bought the items on my behalf, got those sent to their warehouse, and from there those were sent to my place, of course. And before we talk about the particular items, I do want to note that first-time users can sign up using the link in my description for a 2,000 yen off coupon, which is a nice little discount off your first purchase. So thank you so much to Buy for sponsoring this video, because you're literally the reason I could get these at all, because we're gonna get into it, but basically what we are looking at today are the trading comp sets of the Soul Eater figures, actually, that were released in 2008 and 2009 by Square Enix. Now, I only discovered that these existed shortly before I bought them, which was about a month ago, so I've had them for about a month now, and that's when I filmed that last video, so it's been a while. But basically, I was actually able to get both Volumes 1 and Volume 2, so all 12 of the figures off of Mercari, like I mentioned before, and I actually got them for a pretty good price. It hurts to say now, but I got them for about 440 Canadian dollars with the Buy service fee, which is a lot of money. That's about $37 per figure. It sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but when you compare it to eBay, which is, as I understand it at the moment, the only other place that they're like readily available, the prices are a lot higher there. So much so that I was literally able to find the exact same listing that I was buying from, except they listed it on eBay for like $800 or something like that, which is pretty insane. And that's not even the first time that I've seen it. I've seen it with other ones where on Mercari, it'll literally be listed at half the price of what they list on eBay. I don't know why, I don't know what the logistics of that is, but it's pretty, that's what I mean when I'm saying like, thank you, Buy, for letting me get access to Mercari, because I'm not paying $800 for these things. But anyways, yeah, I was able to get all 12 of them, which is really cool. I should note though that I did pay an extra $30 for shipping, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but what really killed me was the customs. Thanks, Toronto. Cause that was an extra $60 on top of everything. So in total, what I paid like $520, $530, maybe more, maybe less. I'm going off of numbers that I looked at about a month ago, so I could be wrong about all of this. I'm sure, I mean, I guess I had I know I keep on saying this, I guess I had a month to like figure this all out, maybe try to get an exact number, but I was procrastinating this video for like a whole month. What do you expect? Professionalism? Not on this channel. Well, getting into the figures themselves, because this time I'm not gonna have a 7-minute long intro. God, I hope I haven't gotten to that point yet. But anyways, the figures themselves, what they did was they released the main characters, and they actually released the Meisters twice. So they did one where they would have their partner in weapon form, and then also one that would go with another figure of the weapon in like human form, or their partner in human form. You know what I mean? So basically they did say one figure of Death the Kid where he's holding Liz and Patty as guns, pistols, and then he also released another figure of his that goes with Liz and Patty themselves, which luckily there are visuals for this. And yeah, they did that as well with Black Star and Maka, but what's even cooler is they also included a couple extra characters with Stein holding Death Scythe. What is Maka's dad's name? Again, I know I had a whole month to figure this out. I was almost stubborn in not searching up what her dad's name is. Death Scythe. Anyways, they released Stein and Maka's dad in weapon form. And then they also actually released Blair, which is really cool. I think that's a fun character to choose for this line of figures, especially because I don't even know why they don't have more figures of her or any figures of her at all. Like, she's such a perfect character to make a figure of, especially like a nice sexy Bishoujo figure, you know what I'm saying? She's such a fun character. Anyways, yeah, so they released 6 figures in total, which is really cool. Now, these are over 10-year-old figures, and you can tell, and also they're trading figures. They're in trading sets where you can either, what I'm going to assume they did was you can get one individually, but you don't know what you're getting, and then trade, or you can get the entire set. At the time, was releasing for like 7,000 yen, which I think was expensive at the time. So basically, what I'm saying is that they're very small. I actually think that them looking older actually gives them charm. And also, the figures themselves all have very dynamic poses, very fun poses, and their energy kind of plays off one another. So when you have more, like, it just kind of almost creates the vibe of chaos, the feeling of chaos. I don't know. And so these two things kind of come together and really just make looking at this set very nostalgic, especially since Soul Eater is literally something that has yet to get its deserved reboot. Like, I need the 7 Deadly Sins arc or the Book of Ammon arc, and I need that animated. That needs to be animated for so many reasons. So, you know, it's yet to get its deserved reboot, and so I think that there is just a lot of nostalgia and attachment to the series that really is encompassed in the figures themselves. Like, it's a very fun set to have. And again, while, you know, things like sculpting and painting like that aren't perfect, the effort that they put into it was definitely shown in the details. So things like the way that they did Soul's headband, to the stitches on Stein's shirt, to the little skulls and rings that they added onto Death the Kid. The weapons themselves look really cool. They added a lot of indents and coloring and sculpting and shading. I really like the way that they did all of the weapons and the detail that they put towards that. And even things like with Blair, they gave her nail polish, but when she's displayed, you can't see her hands. Like that's only something you can see when you pick the figure up and look at it. But they still gave her the nail polish just to finalize the look. Like, she can't be Blair without her nail polish. It's just stuff like that. I really think that the charm of these figures comes out even more in just the little details that are added everywhere, and how it doesn't seem like they were lazy with anything, you know? So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got them. I think they're a really cool set to own, and I really like the way that I have them displayed in my D12, especially because as I get more volumes of the Ultimate Edition, I'll be able to have more freedom in how I display them and level them and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that aspect of it. I think they all look very great in a D12, and like I said, they kind of play off each other with their own energy and funness, and it's just very nostalgic to look at this D12 now. I do actually quite like looking at it, but you know, $520 we'll go with, because that's the better number. It's a lot of money, and that's actually good considering I got all 12 of them, and the reason why I was able to get them for that price is because I didn't get any of their boxes, and let me tell you, I'm happy about that, because I'm so tired of boxes. I've thrown out my Natsu and Lucy pop-up parade boxes. I don't know if that was a smart thing to do. It doesn't even matter. I'm not getting rid of them anytime soon, so those are gone. My prize figure boxes are gone, and I'm starting to look at my scale figures and go, should I? So I'm just happy that I got something and didn't even have to worry about that decision. The boxes weren't there, so sorry, I got distracted there. Anyways, what I was saying is it's a lot of money to spend. I honestly wouldn't recommend that you spend any more money than I did on these. Even that amount is kind of insane. Like, I get it. These are the only figures of some of these characters, and so you just don't really have any other options, and they are very old and more difficult to find, more likely. So I get it, you know, supply and demand, they're rare, older, or whatever, but like, at what point is that a little ridiculous? Like, you go to eBay and some of Maka's figures, I think I saw one listing for like $200. Like, don't pay $200 for it. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. Just invest that money to try to get the Maka scale, you know? Like, not worth it at that point. My projected price, aftermarket price for these, I think would be like a good $20-$30, which you don't really see them for. And so what I'm hoping is that the Soul Eater reboot happens, or they at least acknowledge the popularity of the manga coming out, and then they decide to release some like pop-up raids, maybe some like Nendroids or something. Just give people an option, you know, and then these won't become so like the only figure available for them, and then their price will go down, and then they'll be more readily available for people that don't want to spend obscene amount of money on a 10-year-old figure. Like, they're very cool. I just, in general, just with aftermarkets, I'm starting to look at like aftermarkets and be like, that's a little rude, isn't it? Like, you're really gonna charge that much? Even, sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but let me just say this. Even with Yato, my most desired figure ever, and like, he is not worth $1,200 or even more. I don't even know how much he's worth now. Like, he's not worth that much. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how much I want that figure. I'm not spending $1,000 on that. I'll just book a ticket to Japan or something like that. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Aftermarket. Okay. When I planned to remake this video, I thought I was going to make it very short and sweet. I don't think I've done that at this point. But what I will ask is, does anybody own these? Does anybody have these? Or is this just something that I wasn't aware of? Are these actually rare? I feel like I should know, but a part of me is just thinking, like, with my last video, not my last video, my Haikyuu video, I was so amazed that I found a Haikyuu scale figure, and there was not a single person that seemed surprised. I don't know if it was just because they didn't comment, or if I was like kind of just out of the loop. I was like, I even saw a comment of somebody referencing them in the new Tetanol. I saw someone that's saying like, oh yeah, the faces are botched on those figures. And I was like, how'd you know about those? Why did I not know about those? Anyways, what I'm saying is, am I the only one who didn't know about these? Am I just really bad at researching? I feel like I am. I feel like if you look at this video, you can probably guess why I didn't know about these. Oh, but yeah, do you know? I really thought I was going to be a lot more concise here. It's fine. Anyways, thank you so much to you guys for taking the time to sit down and watch this video. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much to Bai for sponsoring this video, of course. Literally, you're the reason I was able to get these figures, because A, you sponsored the video, and B, I would have had to pay apparently $800 otherwise. And lastly, here's a photo / maybe there's gonna be a video. I don't know how I'm gonna put it on here. Somewhere here, I'm gonna put what I looked like in the first video, like a month or whatever ago it was, because I dyed my hair and it took me so long to dye my hair like that because I had to do it separately and wait for everything to dry first before I went for. Anyways, it took me so long. I personally thought it was really cute. I thought it was really fun. I do like the whole color blocky stuff that you put into hair. And then literally 2 days later, I washed my hair and I knew this was gonna happen. All the black dye seeped into all of the orange dye, and then I just put black over all of it because obviously now the orange dye, so I just need a little evidence that I did it. Because other than that, no one's gonna know that I did that. And again, I spent a lot of work on it. I thought it looked nice. So just gonna well, bye.